Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is home for many of us. For those of you who are new subscribers, welcome, welcome. And if you are watching and haven't subscribed, please do. And then click, of course, the notification bell. That way you don't miss a thing. And for the notification squad, I think soon I need to shout out those who are I was here first. So very soon, very soon. But first of all, a big thank you. If I could just hug you through here, I would, for all the love from my last life update vlog. If you missed that, you can go back to it. We are moving on. But yes, a lot of you asked if I'm going to do vlogs that are documenting my pregnancy. I'm not quite sure what you meant by documenting. I don't know if it's where you stand and poke your belly out. Maybe not, but I will show you the progress. I will have a vlog probably very soon, maybe next week, where I talk about the good and the bad things that have happened so far. Some of you are asking for symptoms, how far along am I, just where my mind space is. So we'll fix all of that. We'll let you do the Q&A then, and I'll answer all the pregnancy questions there. But for today, I was thinking, this has been on my mind for a while, and I wanted to talk to you actually about it. Do you know that thing they say, by the time I am this, by this age, by whatever, that by the time syndrome? Today, I want to discuss it. Just like you, I had my own by the time syndrome. Probably still do, just a bit, but a few things have changed. First of all, in my mind, let me tell you, I used to say I'd make my first million by the age of 18. In my defense, I started working at 14, so you can understand why that was a goal. I said, then after that, I'll probably have my first property at 20? My first house at 25? Get married at 28? Have my first child, 29? Then in my 30s, start chilling. I'm 31, it's my first baby, so you can see things didn't necessarily go my way. That first million did not make it at 18. If anything, I made it at 20, 21? Sad. Other things, the properties and everything, I ended up buying much later in life. And I think it got into a point where I said, I think at 26, 27, I started to panic. Why aren't things happening? Why am I not making as much? Why am I not finding a suitor, a partner? I feel hey, this one, in a year we'll be married. Why are things just crumbling? And you know what I realized? Either you're the kind of person who the target you set for yourself when it happens, things are happening and falling in line, or just like many of us, the date at the age you set for yourself, when it's close by, things crumble. You say, I'll be married by 28. At 27 and a half-ish, is when the guy starts being weird, is when you start hating everything, you start losing your temper. Things just start to happen that show you this is not your target. So I thought I'd share with you the things that I've come to learn, that have come to help me with killing my by the time syndrome, putting myself on pressure. By this time next year, I should have made this much money. By this time next year, I should have accomplished this. That's too much pressure, my darling. So point number one is active patience. Yes, I was going to tell you, if you want to remove that by the time syndrome, be patient. But who just says I want to be patient and that's it? Be actively patient. Here's what I mean. Tell yourself, you know what, even if things don't happen, if they're to happen in 5 years, I'll be patient and wait for the 5 years. But active means you're planning. Active means you're thinking, okay, what's my plan B if my very amazing plan A does not work out? What's my plan C if my backup plan B does not work? Plan, think. So that is active patience. And I think we need to have active patience in a lot of things in our lives. The second thing I have come to do that helps me is to not get too attached to the emotion, but get attached to the reason, right? So let's say let's talk about marriage, for example. I want to get married at 28. Fine. The reason should be more important than the emotion. You know that emotion of, my dress will look like this, my parents will get off my back, I'll be happy, No. What's the actual reason? And most cases when you ask people who are trying to get to certain targets, even if they're financial targets or school targets or marriage targets, they don't know their reason. They haven't concretized their actual reason for wanting to do it. So you're doing it because everybody around you is doing it. You're doing it because the person you really don't think is better than you. Be honest. You know how you look at that chick and you're like, that chick has achieved before me. How? Those ones put you under pressure to do by the time syndromes. Don't get into the envy, the jealousy, the pressure. Just say, you know what, my reason for wanting to graduate at this point is this. My reason for wanting my master's is this. My reason for wanting to quit this job and do my business is this. My reason for wanting kids at this time is this. That reason, please, by all means, get attached to it. My third is probably the most important one. Do not compare. Now, don't compare the start or the finish of other people. Here's what happens to us. You see someone, but that chick by 31 had done this, and that. I think I can achieve that as well. You don't know their start. You don't know how they achieved that finish. And you don't know if that's even their finish. Some people you look at and you think they're successful, and meanwhile in their minds, they are far from what they want. So please don't compare anyone's start and finish to yours. You do things at your pace. You do things how you want to do them. The only person who should be putting you under pressure is you. Tell yourself, I'm starting today, giving myself 5 years. That's okay. That's your start, that's your finish. Not your mother's finish, not everyone in my family graduated by this age, so I must. Everyone in my family by this time had this, now I don't. Everyone in my class, I can't meet my old schoolmates and I haven't achieved this much because no, that's their start, that's their finish. Do not compare. Number 4, reroute at any point. Do you know rerouting? It's when you punch in the map on your phone on the Google Maps and then you're going and then I think you veer off, it reroutes. It says, okay, fine, this is where you're going. I can show you another way to get there. Do the same thing with life. You are the boss of your own life. Reroute. You get to a point, you say, I did the same thing. When I was 28, the amount of unhappiness I had, because by then, let me tell you, I honestly thought 28 was my year of ding, success. I thought everything was going to happen for me. But when I got there and things were shattering and not working, I rerouted. I said, you know what, we can as if start today and reroute instead of going in this direction, which is clearly not working for you, Flavia, go another way. You understand? I'm not good at business. I accepted, guys, it's okay. And at 28, I had started a business, which failed miserably. And I think I've shared this before here. And I was forcing myself because everybody was saying that once you've worked for a long time, you need to get out of that corporate life and then get into your own thing. It's important to have your own thing. I said, I've tried business. It's clearly not working. So when will my own thing happen? Until I realized, you know what? There's power in my own skill and my own talent of communicating. Maybe that's my thing. So how can I create a business out of my own thing, my own way? So it might not be that it's a business and a product I can sell to you, but it's a skill and a service that I can share with you. Do you know what I mean? So I rerouted what you should do. You get to a point you're stuck, things are not working as you wrote them, reroute, erase and start afresh. And the last one, I think we all love this one. Do it for you, not for others. Someone should have told me this. Before I did everything for my mother. See, I'm an only child and I lost my dad at the age of 9, which means that for a long time and until probably today, my mom and I were like this, Siamese twins. So I'd come to her about every decision. It's not like she was going to change my mind about any decision. She wasn't going to sign any contract for me, but I would share everything with her. And the minute my mom would say, but Flavia, should you be working for those people? They don't seem, that's it. Even if you were the most honest, you're the most, even if I was dying to work with you, she would have already killed it for me because my mother doesn't approve. And so for a long time, I really wanted her approval. And I know she meant well. She didn't want to force me in anything, but for some reason I put that pressure on myself that I need to buy the time a lot of things for my mother, not even for me. You understand? And I had to grow up to be an adult now where we can sit and say, but mommy, do you know I did that for you? And she's like, why? You should be living your life. So half the time, the people you're trying to please and impress don't really care or don't really matter. So do it for you, not for others. So friends, kill that by the time syndrome. You're putting yourself under pressure. By 30, my friend, I should have 5 kids. By this. This age I should be a billionaire. How do you know how many billionaires are in Africa or the world? Friend, stop putting that pressure on yourself. See you next time.